TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing out of turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And good afternoon, race fans, and welcome in live to the Full Velocity Racing Network for a very special presentation this afternoon of the Lernerville 150 in the trucks with our friends here at BladeNode.com. Thank you to Sam and Vlad, all the group over here at Blade Node Motorsports, putting on a great event. We got 150 laps this afternoon at the 4/10 mile Lernerville Speedway, and it is right here live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. What is up, everybody? Phil LaCasse is here, Jack Chewin on the controls. You got the Phil and Jack attack live on a Sunday afternoon with a light field in the house this afternoon. We're going to call for 8 trucks. We're going to go out there and qualify in the heat. We've already did time trial qualifying. We've got a lot to get to and a lot of races to go. 150 laps around this afternoon. So glad you've all settled in wherever you may be watching or watching from. Hope all is doing well. Check in live in our chat all afternoon. We'll keep that thing monitored out there as I see Travis Wheeler has already checked in saying time for the real tracks to open. Travis, I could not agree more. And, you know, we're ready to roll here. So it looks like we have 8 trucks out there. We're going to get, looks like 1 heat race or qualifying yet, wherever my scoring and timing is taking me to. We'll have to wait and see. Do you know, we qualifying in the books so far? Looks like Taylor Frost, the number 14-2, going to set our quick time this afternoon with a 18.409 in qualifying over Kyle Pearson's number 60 truck. James Grace in the house, number 269. He clocked in with 18.580. 18.729 for Randall Caldwell with number 47. Ryan Michael Brown, the number 134, clocked in 18.832 to round out our top 6 trucks of 8. And now as our scoring clicks on over for our lone heat race of the afternoon, it's going to be exactly how we talked about it. Taylor Frost is going to be our pole sitter for our heat race number 1, brought to you by 3D Racing. Taylor Frost of the 14-2, the number 60 of Kyle Pearson over the outside of the front row. In row number 2, the 269 is James Grace with number 47 of Randall Caldwell to his outside. In row number 3, the 134 is Ryan Michael Brown. Wes Wiggin alongside of him. Wes in truck number 88. We have Joshua Abe. Let's see where that one goes. ABBE. Maybe somebody help me out there watching. He is in truck number 5. He will start in position number 7. And Dan Worlington's number 3 truck will be on the outside of row number 4. I believe that's all the trucks we have. So we did have, it looks like 12 or 13 takes some time in practice. Looks like, how many trucks we got, Jack? 8. That's true. Yep. So we're about 75% to start the day. 8 out of 12. We'll live with that. It's a decent batting average, I guess. This is a heat race this afternoon. Going to go around for 8 laps. They'll all transfer, obviously, into the main event. We'll race for 150 laps this afternoon, and going to be in for one good ride. So I hope you're all can all settle in, enjoy the afternoon with us. Hopefully you're all doing well on a quiet Sunday afternoon for many of us. Shout out to our brother Todd Stanton, who would normally be in the house on these Sunday shows, but Todd doing some overtime at work and this time, after all these crazy times you lived in, when OT and good money comes out, and you got to go do what you got to do. So Todd not going to join us this afternoon. So Phil and Jack, we'll take care of you. Sam's in the house also. I know he's got the controls for this race, so maybe Sam will check in at some point. Want to say hello as well. But either way, we're going to follow these drivers around for 8 laps in our lone heat race this afternoon. We at the iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag up in the air in Taylor Frost, number 14-2. It is definitely strange for me, as I do a lot of dirt racing, to see trucks at Lernerville. It's a weird combination that only the brilliance of a guy named Sam Perry would throw together for us. Maybe folks like NASCAR will pay attention. I think we're going to be in for one good ride this afternoon as Taylor Frost will lead lap number 1. Kyle Pearson will slide around in the second spot, and he will look for a bid for the race lead off of turn number 2, as he will go down to the low side of Taylor, as Taylor using the outside lane, ripping the lip, running that cushion up high. Pearson's number 60 down low, and James Grace is off the track. The 269, no walls to save you guys, and it's big, heavy trucks. They're going to be a handful. Lap times this afternoon, right around 18.5 seconds. I think you'll see them slow down as the track kind of wears off to pretty close to 20 seconds a lap, maybe even slower than that over the course of the afternoon. We'll wait and see. These trucks will give this surface quite the pounding. I don't think these trucks even know what they're in for, but either way, working now the 4th lap of our lone heat race this afternoon. Taylor Frost leading Kyle Pearson by 0.8 of a second down the back chute into turn number 3 and 4. You find Randall Caldwell running in 3rd, Wes Wiggin, Ryan Michael Brown, and number 134. You will ride 5th as we put the cross flags down. 4 laps in, 4 laps remain here for our heat race for the Lernerville 150 this afternoon, presented by BladeNo.com. About to have 8 drivers out. Well, this wish more came out. $50 in iRacing credits to the race winner this afternoon. Not a bad way to spend a Sunday, but I know a lot of things opening up, a lot of things to do, a lot of things for entertainment out there. Go out there and take some time with the family, get some fresh air. We also spent a lot of time indoors for a while, so going to go back and do a little bit of stuff like that again, but we do what we do here on Full Velocity. We do racing, we do it in the esports world, and as we look out here at Lernerville, 2 more trips around, signal being given to the 14-2 of Taylor Frost, and Taylor is driving away, and I'm guaranteeing that Jack has already been on record saying Taylor is going to win this afternoon. Doesn't look like a very bad pick so far, as he's got the white flag this time off of corner number 4, and he leads the way by over 2 seconds there to Kyle Pearson, Randall Caldwell, Wes Wiggin, Ryan Michael Brown. Top 5 as we are in turn number 3 for the final time in our heat, and give race number 1 to Taylor Frost, the number 14-2. He will take down the win. Kyle Pearson will slug his way out. He will finish 2nd. Randall Caldwell's number 47 for 3rd. Wes Wiggin will finish up 4th. Ryan Michael Brown in the top 5, the 134. James Grace, James Abbey, Dan Worthington. Dan had to pull off early in that one, it looked like, as he's been having some connection woes. So that will jump us in to our warm-up session. So that means it is time to take this thing and throw it trackside, pay honor to the greatest nation in the world. It is Kevin Dedman, our old buddy, and Dirty Grass Soul with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, we are back here live, the Full Velocity Racing Network this afternoon, the Lernerville Speedway, Lernerville 150, presented by BladeNo.com. And no, Sam, we're not going to say the other one. We don't want to get anybody addicted to those weird old games, but those are kind of cool and fun to play. But either way, let's go racing. 150 trips around the 4/10 mile Lernerville Speedway in our 3D Racing starting lineup, rolling away like this. On the pole with the 14-2 will be Taylor Frost. Alongside Taylor on the BladeNo.com. Number 60, that'll be Kyle Pearson. In row number 2 with the number 47 will be Randall Caldwell with the number 88 alongside of our buddy Wes Wiggin. To the outside of row number 2, row number 3, the number 134 is Ryan Michael Brown with an old friend to the network, the number 269 of James Grace to the outside of row number 3. In our 4th and final row, we'll find Joshua Abbey with car number 5 and the number 3 truck of Daniel Worthington on the outside of our 4th and final row. 8 trucks will go around. $50 in iRacing credits to the race winner, and I think that sprinkles on down to, I believe, 25, or I don't want to get wrong information. I got that over here in some sheet I got to pull over on this monitor here, so I'll play with that. We'll figure that out. I do know $50 in iRacing credits goes to the race winner, courtesy of our friends at BladeNo.com. Sam Perry to... Oh, well, yeah, broadcasters get some love too, right? I hope so. I mean, it keeps us doing what we do. We enjoy what we do. So I'm getting some stuff here on my chat going crazy. Let me get that minimized. Hello to our buddy Jim Revis over at DWRL. See some stuff maybe coming our way for the Wednesday Night Street Fights next season. Going to be out here on our airwaves, the Full Velocity Racing Network. So that schedule will be going up here probably as soon as I see it. We'll get that uploaded to the website this afternoon. We'll let you all know what's coming up in the next few weeks. We'll see our buddies at DWRL back in the dirt on Wednesday nights. We're going to do it in the dirt today. Get dirty, slinging mud. BladeNo.com Motorsports in Lernerville. Good to come out to Sarver, Pennsylvania. It's a beautiful day. Track's in good condition, and it's pretty neat to see the trucks. And looks like we have 7 of the 8 gridding. And who did we lose? We lost Dan. Dan's been having a whole bunch of connection woes with the 3 truck, and looks like he may have fallen out again. So the aliens have abducted our buddy Dan Worthington. We hate that for Dan. Dan's a good dude. And he will, if he gets back in, we'll start behind this afternoon. But off of turn number 4, the iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag goes in the air, 150 laps. Let's get racing out of turn number 2. And we'll see if Taylor Frost, who made quick work of a heat race, see if he can't jump away from Kyle Pearson, as Kyle has jumped into that 2 spot, and 60 truck will look down to the low side to turn number 3 and 4. Taylor will lead the way to number 14-2, a guy we've got to know really good in the street stock division over at DWRL between a Sunday night and Wednesday nights intermittently. Taylor's a good dude to see him do a lot of racing, and cool to see him compete to do a win this afternoon with he leads to 14-2, the 60 of Kyle Pearson into the 2nd spot. James Grace, another guy, the veteran of the Dirt Wars, the 269. He will ride in that 3rd spot. Ryan Michael Brown now around Wes Wiggin for 4th. There's the 134 and the 88 truck having a good race back here for 4th and 5th, but give it to the 134. Wes Wiggin, the 88, will drop back to 5th. And we got Josh Abbey and Randall Caldwell. Randall had a good heat. The 47 truck had some issues on the opening lap, and he has dropped back to 7th. And Believe I saw the 3 truck out of the pit, so Dan Worthington is going to join us. Going to start off the afternoon 1 lap down, but, better late than never, I guess you could say. It's number 3 truck, but we have a change for spot number 2 as James Grace has worked his way around Kyle Pearson's number 60 truck. In the opening laps of this one now, 5 laps of 150 going to be complete, and Taylor Frost going to lead the way so far with number 14-2, and out of turn number 4, a big margin of lead he's going to have, 2.067 seconds last time by for the race leader, and 18.573. 18.573 for Taylor Frost as he's going to extend that lead over the 269 of James Grace out of turn number 4, and the lead now will shrink down to 1.973 as Grace turns the lap up at 18.511, a little bit quicker that time around. We'll see if James can continue to run down the race leader, Taylor Frost. Kyle Pearson sitting back in the 3rd spot, 2.6 seconds off the pace of the race leader. Ryan Michael Brown, 134 car now up to the 4th spot, 3.8 seconds off the pace of the race lead. 6 seconds back, do you find Josh Abbey, the number 5, 47 of Randall Caldwell. Wes Wiggin, the 88, had a brief little off-track excursion. He is falling back to the 7th position now as we continue to log some laps and starting to get a little bit closer between the top 2. We have our first yellow of the afternoon. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Team Hart Motorsports yellow flag number 1, lap number 9 of 150. So we will slow it down today, and it looks like Randall Caldwell, the 47, guy who did decent in the heat. It looks like he is around early, went off the racetrack. It looks like he is going to pull it right to the trailer. 47 truck going to be done for the afternoon within the first 10 laps. Yellow flag for the first time this afternoon. We'll show the replay off, and we'll come back and break in with the call to restart live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. It looks like the lights are out around the speedway. His director's already fallen asleep, is it? It must be time for Jack's afternoon nap. Nobody's an old man, needs his beauty sleep, needs his afternoon nap, or you get really grouchy. So hopefully Jack don't fall asleep before we get through 150 laps this afternoon as we go back under green. Taylor Frost leading the way, James Grace, Kyle Pearson, Ryan Michael Brown, Wes Wiggin. Going to be our top 5. Also in there we've got Josh Abbey, Dan Worthington. 7 cars left out there. 7 trucks, I should say. No cars this afternoon. 7 trucks. Randall Caldwell looks like an afternoon going to be done with number 47. As he has pulled it off the racetrack and pulled it into the trailer. Looks like he is calling it an afternoon here. So will not be $50 in iRacing cash to the 47 truck. Right now it is all Taylor Frost out of turn number 2. But I'll tell you what, that first little run, Mr. Grace at 269. James beginning to reel in Taylor, and he's got that thing wound down about 3 car lengths over in 3 and 4. 269 running up the high lane. Taylor kind of keeping that white truck down more into the middle lane as we work it down to the east end of the speedway here in the turn number 1 and 2. We'll see what they can do as Taylor gets that truck off, and what a good run off the corner and out to 5 car lengths his advantage. Let's go Sheffield Graphics on board the 269 of James Grace. Like that, thank you to our buddy Mike Sheffield. Sheffield Graphics does a lot of the paints that we'll see live on display at the Cyber Thunder Racing League, where I believe coming in September, you will see the BladeNo.com Pro Cup Series right on the airwaves here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. That'll be really cool. Echo Tom and David and all the crew over there as we have our second caution of the afternoon. Team Hart Motorsports number 2 yellow flag, lap number 18, the 88 of West Wigan. Looks like the truck comes out underneath him. And he looks like he had a little bit of company over there. So we got half the field as he got kind of loose, and looks like the five got a little tad bit loosey-goosey. The 5 truck got loose. I think that was the 130 or 3 truck. Somebody in there. Somebody got loose and 3 trucks got together. How about that? Just going back here, taking a look at our J-Max Strong Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay. The 60 Kyle Pearson got loose. Oh, I don't know. Something wrong with the blade nose truck. He got loose. Checks up, and 88 got the worst end of that one. Second yellow flag of the afternoon, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Did you know we're your source for esports racing? All right, lights are out around the speedway, and we're going to get ready to go back to it now with 20 laps of 150 on the board. So we're in for 2 early yellow flags. Hopefully we got them all out of the way as we put the iRacingIFlag.com green flag back in the air with Taylor Frost leading, James Grace, Kyle Pearson, Ryan Michael Brown, Dan Worthington, Josh Abbey, Wes Wiggin are 7 trucks left out there. And looks like Taylor's going to have a little bit of company for the race lead as Grace, the 269. He's got that thing flying on the outside lane. Give James Grace the race lead of the 269 as he'll pull out to a nose over the 14-2 of Taylor Frost. We'll continue to battle it out door to door, tailgate out of turn number 2, and James going to get that outside lane to prevail as he'll pull out to an advantage. And looks like Taylor would have to surrender that one now as he was going to think about trying the low side, but he will ride back in line. He'll drive in a little bit deeper this time through turns number 1 and 2. Let's see if that will wash up for him. Kind of bottoms up run down there. James with that momentum up high, using the 4/10 mile to his advantage. 269 will lead. Taylor Frost, Kyle Pearson are top 3. We put 24 laps of 150 complete, and a good nose to tail race for the race lead, but they start to string him out. 60 truck got wicked loose again. Got a turn number 2, and I'll tell you why. We've seen Kyle race a lot in the trucks, on the pavement. It's got to be a different burger right here to it in the asphalt, and do asphalt trucks in a dirt scenario. We know they do it at Eldora every year, which always makes it probably one of the most can't miss watch races of the year. But it's definitely a handful for guys who aren't used to it, and for the couple that have come out this afternoon taking a shot with it. We appreciate them coming out. Good job. We hope we see a good race indeed, and it's $50 iRacing credits. I mean, that's a couple of tracks with the new updates. That's a new 87 cars. You haven't grabbed those yet. Everything you may have as we go Sheffield graphics on board the number 14-2 of Taylor Frost as he rides in position number 2 and continues to run that low side of the speedway off the exit to number 2. James Grace leading the way with number 269, and James, a good dude, has done some work for us here at the network in the past. That cool little entrance video we have that we play every time we come in, James put that together for us. So I was going to give him the homage when he's out there racing that, he's also been part of the team over here, help get some of our programming together. So good to see James back with us, doing well. And a 269 truck certainly sporty this afternoon as he exits turn number 4. The race lead now extending it out to 4 car lengths over Taylor Frost, and they have kind of run away. The 3rd place running 60 truck of Kyle Pearson. Kyle back there in 3rd. Wes Wiggin has regrouped. Wes has put the 88 now back to the 4th spot. Dan Worthington in the 3 truck. Dan now running in the top 5, running in 5th. Ryan Michael Brown, Josh Abbey still in a lead lap. Josh has had some struggles in his red number 5 truck as he is over to turn number 3 and almost lost 3/4 of a lap to the race leaders as he's exiting 4. The race leader is entering a 3, so half a turn away from being put down, 1 lap down. Josh Abbey riding in truck number 5. Started in position 7, run 7, so I guess this juncture for him, there was only one way to go, and that was up. And well, he really can't go down any more than he is running in 7th. So as we exit turn number 4, putting 31 laps of 150 complete, James Grace leads the way. Taylor Frost to the low side of the 14-2 as we exit turn number 2. And the 5 hit the wall and he caught James Grace, the race leader. Oh no. 3rd yellow flag of the afternoon, and that one happened right in front of the leader. Slower truck with the 5, got loose, got off the track, and collected the race leader with 269 of James Grace. James's day kind of goes upside down. 33 laps in here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thanks for tuning in. We'll break back in with the live restart call on your source for esports racing. All right, lights are out around the speedway. It is time to go back to racing now with 33 laps complete. So getting him in a little bit slowly here as we've been slowed by 3 early caution flags. Green flag back in the air. Taylor Frost has now reassumed the race lead as we got the 60 truck off land. He is over the berm. And let's see if Kyle can catch it with the 60 truck as he re-enters in 3 and 4, but he lost some spots. And, a good, shout out there to the folks at Lernerville that race this racetrack on a weekly basis for real life. Racetrack with no walls. I'm such a fan. It really shows who the talent is, especially here at iRace. You've got to keep these big, heavy trucks on the racing surface. No walls to catch you. We see a lot of guys in the pros of the Super Late models do just that as well. There's no wall riding at Lernerville. Really makes a skill level, really come in, see who's really going to grasp on their handling of their truck. And right now looks like Taylor Frost doing it, a dirt veteran, as is Wes Wiggin. And what did you know? Dan Worthington. 3 truck James Grace. The 4 names we know from our time we spend in the dirt. Not surprised to see those drivers running 1 through 4 and see if James can't regroup for an early mishap there with a lap truck as 269. Begins to try to assert himself back to the front. Him and Worthington racing for 4 out of turn 4. Put the 269 truck now back up to 3rd. He may look for more as he's going to run the high lane, and he pulls alongside Wes Wiggin off the exit of 2, down the back chute, and just like that, the 269 truck now back up to P2. So maybe lost a little bit of rhythm, but not any speed, because James is doing a hell of a job right now, and let's see if he can put Taylor Frost in his crosshairs. But Taylor has already run out to, 2.9 seconds last time around. It's a big lead as we put 40 laps complete, 40 of 150. It's going to be a longer one this afternoon. And I'm thinking, what are we going to put on the grill here when we're all done here? Looks like maybe a good day to some ribs or whatever. Oh, pork chops, that could work too. Yeah, I'm hungry. I didn't eat dinner yesterday, so I'm starving. Didn't eat breakfast this morning, so I'm ready to eat. So this one gets done, I have to turn attention to that. So pork chops sound good. That may be a winner. Either way, that or ribs. I think both sound pretty dang good. Taylor Frost, 3.1 seconds, the advantage there over James Grace. Wes Wiggin back there in the 3rd spot. Trailing by 4 seconds even. Ryan Michael Brown now, he's made his way around Dan Worlington, so put Ryan now up to the 4th spot. Worlington back to 5th. Kyle Pearson to the lead lap and still trying to struggle to hold on to the 60 truck. Kyle back there in the 6th spot. 5 truck of Josh Abbey, currently 1 lap down, but still running back there in 7th. And Ronald Caldwell, he retired early, 35 laps to go, is our 8th and final truck to take the green flag this afternoon. So a light field and a lot of laps and a new challenge. The Gander Outdoor Truck Series trucks at the Lernerville Speedway, the 4/10 mile. Definitely a weird animal and some weird dudes, but hey, I love doing these blade nut races for Sam. He comes up with some weird combinations and got the 134 truck off the track again. Ryan Michael Brown, so he'll lose a spot to Dan Worlington and Kyle Pearson as they start playing little slinky. They come, they go, they get off the track, they get back on. Like a skating rink, it feels like right now. These things are just riding around, and the track has really gone through I would say a transition period. As qualifying times are almost a full, half a second faster. Practice times are a full second faster. And now our 4th yellow flag of the afternoon. Yellow, yellow, yellow for Kyle Pearson, a guy that Sam made sure he woke up bright and early this morning to come up here and race. And Kyle caught practice, and looks like Kyle could use some more. As that truck come out underneath him, he gets around and got stuck on the berm, and yep, and it just kind of stayed there. Not quite it's almost we'll call it a half selfie. So we'll give that a hello, Kyle. We see you. Yellow flag of a speedway for the 4th time this afternoon. 48 laps in live to Lernerville 150, the Full Velocity Racing Network. All right, lights are off. Let's go back to racing now with 50 laps even complete, so 100 laps to go this afternoon. Taylor Frost, James Grace, Dan Worthington, Wes Wiggin, Ryan Michael Brown, now Josh Abbey, I believe, gets waved around back to the lead lap. Kyle Pearson that's our last 7 trucks out there. Kyle now 2 laps down. So I believe the story this afternoon is going to be the 2 trucks at the front. Taylor Frost and James Grace, those 2 have been the most adaptive right now to the first 1/3 of this one. 51 laps now, going complete 52 as we exit turn number 4. Taylor Frost leading the way over James Grace, and now a yellow on the speedway again. Yellow, yellow, yellow for the 5th time this afternoon. This one has been rough. We'll slow it down again. Let Jack show a replay. We will stay silent under the yellow flag here live at the Lernerville Speedway. Appreciate you for watching this afternoon on the Full Velocity Racing Network. All right, getting ready for the restart to go. I want to say hey to our buddy Travis Montgomery out there rooting on the DTJ crew. They are looking good this afternoon. Buddies at Dirt Track Junkies represented well. Taylor Frost, the 14-2, going to lead us back to Green. West out there as well. Burlington's back there, so that's 3 really good trucks doing a good job as we go back to Green Flag Racing. Taylor Frost, James Grace leading the way. West Wigan now up to the 3rd spot. Dan Worthington, Ryan Michael Brown. Josh Abbey on the lead lap in the fire truck. He runs 6th. Kyle Pearson, he is off track. Looks like some quick repairs going on there and a long tow for the 60 truck. So he may be down there a little while is what I'm hearing. So Kyle Pearson's afternoon could be kind of going way sideways for him as these things try to stay in a forward standing direction. As right now Frost will continue to lead over James Grace. Call it 3 car lengths out of turn number 2, 55 laps complete, 57 complete is. You're all right. We are working a 58th circuit around as my glasses are a little bit dirty. Got to clean those suckers off. It reminds me, I didn't medicate my eyeball today that I had blown clean here last week, so I haven't done the medication yet today. And that's kind of why it feels all dry and scratchy. So next yellow, if we get one, I'll throw the eye drop in and try to get myself to see a little better. That'd be kind of good to call the second half of this one. I think that's a good idea. Taylor Frost will lead over James Grace and start to drive away a tad bit. Call it about good 7-8 car lengths, which resulted to about 0.7 of a second lead. Let's see what it grows to this time on a turn number 4. It's 0.792, so about 0.8 to race leader. 3 seconds back to Mr. Worthington, number 3, who runs in the 3rd spot. Ryan Michael Brown, West Wigan make up our current top 5 as they are run nose to tail, and lots of these guys just throw some mud as I think the 60 truck is trying to work his way back onto the racing surface. Kyle Pearson got to rejoin us. He's 12 laps down, so hey, you know what? I know a guy, one night ago who made a big mistake trying to get on pit road. It was an asphalt race out in Michigan. But I know some dude who, under green flag pit stops, missed pit road altogether, ran himself out of gas, had to call a tow truck, was 5 laps down, and ran himself what I thought was all the way back to the lead lap.
Was it Phil Lacasse?
It was Phil Lacasse. It sure was. Hi. I'm here. Yeah, that was me. And so, but I tell you what, I was 5 laps down last night, and I rallied my way all the way back to 1 down, and I thought I was in the lead lap at the end, and I had drove past around 6 trucks in the last 10 laps. I was driving my tail off. What I thought was for a top 10 finish, and yeah, I ended up being a lap down and didn't know it. I finished 17th, so I was a little hurt by that. But we had a good run going on. But yep, missed pit road, screwed up. Imagine that. Phil screw up. That's about every day. But no, gotta say hey and thanks to Charlie Miller. He painted my cool truck I race in their truck car. My car I race at TDR on Saturday nights. The Foundation Fighting Blindness for 48. Selfless plug out there was yesterday was the National Vision Walk Day, which is a cool little charity they do for guys like myself that deal with blindness on a daily basis. So it was cool to see that going on in the virtual world, and was hoping to take part in that a little bit. Made my small donation, and cool stuff they do. So yeah, I gotta thank Charlie Miller. Paints my car, looks really cool. Went out there last night, gave it a good run. Thought I had a better run than I did, but thought I was gonna finish 11th, but no, ended up 7th. Was kind of upset to find out I was still a lap down at the end of that one. But hey, you know what? It happens. Racing happens for sure. But we are approaching halfway in this one. 68 laps gonna go complete next time by, and the story of 2. And I think it's gonna be a lot of the tail we see this afternoon. Taylor Frost versus James Grace. If they have put this field to bed by over 5 seconds, and it is a half a second separating the 2 of them, now down to 0.4 of a second, as Grace ran a lap time last time by an 18.918 versus Taylor Frost an 18.997. So James a little tad bit quicker, take it down to a 0.446 second advantage, and at the line this time by that grows to a 0.488. So they're right in the ballpark, but it's wicked to see how the first 70 laps of this race have really changed this racing surface. So much practice time, earlier that were sub 18 seconds. Now we're borderlining on, a 19-second lap, and I think this track will slow down even more over the course of the afternoon. So these things are going to be heavy. It's going to be like driving a tank. We'll see what they can do. Is I think a couple of guys we definitely know, Taylor Frost and James Grace. They know how to wheel a dirt car around and do it in a good way, and I think those two guys have the advantage this afternoon. And they run 1-2, but don't count out guys like Mr. Worthington, who's back there in third and 6.5 seconds back. But Dan knows how to get the job done. Him and Wes Wiggin, a couple of teammates back there from PTJ, running third and fourth. They're separated by a second, and I guess that's not a bad thing right now as we log some laps. The story here early has been the frequency of the yellow flag, so we don't want to see a whole lot of yellow, especially with a field size like this. Let's see a good, clean race with some decent racing going on, and we'll see where this story takes us over the course of what is now going to be the second half of this one as we put 73 laps complete. So we are approaching halfway home in Lernerville, and hope everybody doing well. Wherever you're out there watching from, check on in. See 23 people watching live in the Facebook Live chat. So check in, say hello, tell us where you're watching from. Sam Perry's checking in. We need a Ute tire on the outside of. No, we never ever, Sam.
Yes.
Under any circumstances do we need a Ute tire anywhere?
We need like 4 of them.
I wouldn't even put one in my driveway ever.
We need like 4 Ute tires in every corner.
4 Ute tires. What are we talking about? Like an obstacle course?
Yeah, in the middle of the track, in the corners.
Just for comedic relief, I think that could be a novel idea. Let's put 4 Ute tires in between every corner. It's like, remember the old Nintendo games, dude? You have to go around and avoid obstacles and whatnot.
And they got to slalom through them.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. All right, I'll go for that. That would be great. 4 Ute tires in the middle of the track. That's the only thing they should be used for an obstacle course, but not for separating a surface of a racetrack from like the infield. Ute tires aren't safe. They cause useless harm to race cars. They don't really do a whole lot to keep people safe. I saw when we were at Afton last year with Todd. We watched him, flag a race behind a Ute tire, behind a tiny little barrier and a light pole, and a car came his way. And I'm like, you think that little Ute tire is going to save you? It's not. What's going to save us right now is a yellow flag on the speedway on lap number 79. We'll slow it down again. We'll reset. We'll refocus. We'll have some fun. We'll take a look at the replay. We'll break in back here live. The restart call, 79 laps in here at the Lernerville Speedway. All right, we got a wave around car going around. That's a 60 of Kyle Pearson getting 1 or 2 of, the 12 laps he was down back. So 60 truck getting back around. iRacingIFlag.com, green flag returns to the speedway now with 81 laps complete this afternoon. Taylor Frost and James Grace will pick up the battle Well, they have left off. Restart took them back together, and now a new race leader may emerge as the 269. We had a thought to take it to the low side through turns 3 and 4. Taylor got a better run. They will switch it up, and they will do the opposite thing in turns number 1 and 2. Taylor now going to rocket his way back to the race lead. James back into the second spot, and was watching that little 3 truck back there. Dan Worthington, that white and green special, running in third, and he had a run on the 269 for a second. And if Dan gets a handle on this thing, maybe Mr. Worthington can do something up there with his buddy Taylor, and maybe something with James. And it's good to see Dan running good, for sure. Dan's a good dude. It's a great job. He did a series with our buddies on the spring shootout series, and good job in the administration. So yeah, good to see Dan out there racing and doing well. Number 3 truck riding in the 3rd spot as he leads Ryan Michael Brown, Wes Wiggin. Wes the final driver on the lead lap as we've got Josh Abbey back here in 6th, 2 laps down. Kyle Pearson is 7th. Kyle trailing by 10 laps currently. Find back here Ronald Caldwell, who retired early on. He will finish up our 8 trucks this afternoon. Lernerville 150, now 87 laps going complete. Taylor Frost with a 1 second advantage over James Grace. James has pulled out number 2.5 now in the 3 truck of Worthington, and beginning to have a race back here with the 134 of Ryan Michael Brown as a race for the 3rd spot now is down to a few car lengths over in 3. I think it's getting a little tad bit closer as the 134 pulls to the back end of the 3 truck out of turn number 4. And could be the best race we have on the speedway with all 7 trucks we have in the race for position 3, which is separated right now by about 3 or 4 truck lengths, but nothing happening up front. Taylor Frost has now put 1.3 seconds gap between himself and James Grace. Now back to 3 seconds till we find the 3 truck of Worthington, who runs 3rd, and 3.5 seconds back now to Ryan Michael Brown and Wes Wiggin, who trailing by 4.9 seconds at the line. So those are our top 5, and we come to Lernerville, and I can't think of Lernerville than a guy who's been out there setting world records. Let's give a shout to our buddy Raging Ron Piles. I'm surprised Piles ain't out here on a Sunday afternoon or in the trucks here at the Blade Node Motorsports Group, and Ron's a supporter of what Sam and the crew do, so I'm surprised Raging Ron's not out here, and if he wants to start now, he may have a shot.
You're funny.
What's up, Ron? I see you sneaking here. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Yeah, I spent time with my girlfriend, so she left. She didn't leave quite as late as well, she left later than I thought she was going to, so I actually make it in. Would have been. I was thinking about it. Get on here, so you guys already live look up as bigger as that. So, but I'm watching it a little bit. Looks like they're having some fun out there.
We're having fun for sure. 93 laps in, a lot of yellow flags, and we see a lot of the dirt stuff in iRacing here at Lernerville. So it's definitely strange occurrence to see a big full fender truck out there. They are definitely slinging it around. Do you have any laps out here in Lernerville with a truck? It's not a combination that I would want to put together.
I honestly don't think I did. It would have been a first today, but definitely it was on the burner. I was thinking about it, and getting around the top of this track is pretty tricky, and some of them doing it. Looks like Taylor's at the bottom a little bit, so definitely doing a little bit of searching, see if they can find something a little bit here and there. Taylor's making it work, though. I can definitely say that.
He's been quick all afternoon. Him and James have been far away with 2 best trucks. James had the lead for a little while for a few laps before he got collected with a lap truck. Took him off track, and he hasn't been able to rebound since then, but they run there 1 and 2. Good run back here 3 and 4. We see the 3 truck of Worthington, Ryan Michael Brown, 134. He rides in the top 4 there, but top 3 will get the payout this afternoon. $50 iRacing credits to the winner. And as I come over to this sheet and I pull up my information, and let's see, let's hit that button there. It'll expand out. It'll tell me it'll be a $30 iRacing credits to the 2nd place finisher and $20 in credits to 3rd. So that's not a bad day's of work right there. Thanks to Sam and the crew over here at Blade Node Motorsports. Him and Vlad do an awesome job. Check out bladenode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds for your web hosting needs or virtual, dedicated servers, race game servers, whatever we do our race server on it now. They've been working great the times we've been out there. Had a good time, and check our friends out at BladeNote.com, a very valuable partner here to what we do at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil the Cash, Jack Chewin, Raging Ron Piles dropping on in, as I was expecting Ron's name in the server this afternoon, but no Ron, but glad he's dropped in for a chat. Ron, you've been a busy guy. You've had the NWRA on the airwaves 3 nights a week. You've seen some really good racing. What's to come for those guys? And we're getting down to the end of the schedules. Are we going to see a whole lot more of the NWRA here in the next few months?
Probably. It's looking at probably. He wanted to do some stuff on the 7th, 8th, and 9th, but I knew we were pretty busy. I kind of turned that down for July, but we'll have to see. He's looking at raising some entry prices to make ends meet, so that's probably what we're looking at right now. I don't know how far he's gonna have to raise them, but you know, it's been some good shows. There's been some stuff that's not so great. A lot of stuff that's been really great, and you know, it just depends on the track and the surface and the way that the track controls them and the way the drivers, the aggressiveness and how quick those guys need to make their way to the front. Really, a couple of guys get tied up with some heat racing stuff, and that transitions from there, and then they run their way to the front.
It certainly does. You've been doing some good work over there. Been tuning in there, if settling down in the evening. We're all done here, and we've been doing a lot of stuff kind of head-to-head with each other, but definitely good to catch up the NWRA. Great league. Ed Farnes and the guys do a really nice job. It's a cool league. A lot of good drivers over there. You do a great job covering it, so we appreciate our buddy Raging Rana, the young son hero here at Full Velocity Racing Network. There's a lot of programming for us here during the week that we don't get to see a lot of, so it's cool to have Ron come up here and hang out, and definitely see the number 68 back on the speedway here soon. We got a developing story here. A guy who was really fast early, the 60 of Kyle Pearson. He went off track again. He pulled it in to the paddock and was pulled up to the trailer and says, "I am done for the afternoon." So Kyle Pearson is done. He will finish up 7th. He started outside pole, ran good in the heat, was good in practice, and fortunately for Kyle, and the 134 of Ryan Michael Brown off the track again was running in 4th and may not be running 4th anymore, although it was only 5 in the lead lap. So West was having some off-track excursions of his own. So he will hold on to 4th. And I got to imagine the trucks are a weird animal to drive on the pavement alone. I can't. Have you ever run, Eldora in a truck run? Have you done any dirt racing in a truck? I know I haven't.
I have. This was, I believe, Ram Series Midsummer Classic. I don't remember how long ago it's been. It's been a couple of years, but we've ventured in it. I want to say it was fine for a while. It took us a little bit to get there, but it was definitely fun. I will give it that. It was worth the shot. They are a different animal to drive. It's a whole deal on its own. If you haven't tried it, if you've got the capability to, it's worth a shot. But be very, very lenient with the gas pedal. These are 800 horsepower trucks, and you're on dirt, and they will spin the tires, and they will get sideways, and they will get out of control very quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Kind of like Wes Wiggin just did out of turn number 2. He goosed it, he spun it around, he's put a yellow flag on the speedway, yellow, yellow, yellow on lap number 108. So getting through the second half of this race here, slowed down by the yellow hanky again. Wes Wiggin goes around with a selfie.
Oh,
But
boy.
all right, we like Wes. So Wes giving the selfie stick, went around. Everybody say hello to Wes Wiggin and say,
Hey!
hey. And there's our hey, there's a selfie stick. There's the instant replay. We'll break in back here live with the Full Velocity Racing Network. 108 laps complete here at the Lernerville Speedway. All right, the green flag back in the air as we now begin lap number 113, 150 laps of distance this afternoon. The BladeNo.com Motorsports crew, Sam and Vlad, putting on a cool event here at the Gator Outdoor Trucks. We only had 8 trucks show up to race this afternoon, but we're seeing a decent one here. As Taylor Frost, he has been the guy on a mission this afternoon, leading James Grace, and James looking for all the running room he can. Almost had a little off-track excursion, ripping the lip, running up high, running that cushion. A cushion that I know our buddy Ron Piles has certainly been on there quite a bit here recently, as well as, I believe you said this stuff, your favorite track in iRacing, you want a whole lot of races here, run a whole lot of laps in many different cars. It's going to be cool running that berm there, Ron, and having no wall to catch you.
Yeah, I love running up here. That's one of my favorite things about a lot of tracks across the U.S. Not having the outside wall, sitting in the front straightaway, off in the corner. Keeps you on your toes going through the corner, trying not to get the truck to go off the track or car, whichever you're in. Throughout the simulation or in real life, there's another challenge at you.
Kind of one of those things. I was always a fan of 2 asphalt tracks in my background, coming from places like, say, Berlin Raceway out there at the old ARCA series would do, ASA would run. Johnny Benson run a whole lot of races out there, won a lot. Berlin Speedway, a cool little racetrack where, kind of like Lernerville, only a wall for about 3/4 of the track, no wall there to catch you. Also a place like a Thunder Road Speedway in Vermont, a place I went to years ago. That was a cool little joint, 1/4 mile, no wall anywhere in sight. So, cool bases. There's so many more out there. No walls, makes for different kind of racing. Really do love it. It makes these guys really stay on the top of their game, and a couple of them doing really good this afternoon. Taylor Frost and James Grace. I think the 2 stars of this one as we now put 120 laps complete next time by. But of course, Raging Ron Piles for our buddy from not only Full Velocity Racing Network, but also Team Har Motorsports. Ron, know you guys at Team Har have been busy as always. I've seen some new stuff coming down the pipeline. What do you guys got upcoming that drivers out there watching may want to come in and jump to and have some fun with?
We got 2 weeks left on the iRacing iFlag 2K20 Pro Dirt Late Model Tour. Charlotte, and I believe, I don't think what the last one is. It may end up being Kokomo, I'm not 100% sure. And then this coming Tuesday, we have the Lernerville ARCA League coming up. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. That'll be pretty fun. Looking forward to that. 100 lap race will be what it is. So you have your 2 laps of qualifying, and then we'll go into 100 lap main race. There is going to be a tire set limit for tires. Cody's trying to make it more challenging for us, I guess.
Oh, well, if Cody's in charge of it, it's going to be a challenge, and there'll probably be 3 road courses somewhere in the middle of it, too, if I know Cody at all. So, fun tracks, yeah. Our buddy C-Mac, Cody McKnight, he always has a weird challenge for the guys, and he's involved in something. Did a race here a few months ago at Sebring, which is a whole lot of fun. It was a challenge. Ron was a part of that show, and Cody likes doing weird stuff, but we love C-Mac. Hope he's doing well. Not out there in the chat, which is kind of weird, but
Yeah,
it is Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon. You guys have a whole lot of stuff to do. I know I got some plumbing to deal with after this one. And we'll throw some stuff on the grill, and we'll have some dinner and settle on down and enjoy a quiet Sunday night, which is very rare for us here at Full Velocity, but it looks like that could be the norm here. A little while anyways. It looks like the word from DWRL is that Sunday shootout is going to kind of go on a hiatus a little bit, so we'll pick that up one day when they come back. We will have Wednesday night street fights, and we're going to start with that, as I know Jim's going to schedule incoming to us, so not sure if that's starting this week or next week. Either way, we'll jump back out for 12 races with Wednesday night street fights. We'll have some fun with that. We're having fun this afternoon in Lernerville. The pace truck having some fun as well.
On the entrance of the corner.
And we do.
Exit of 4.
Somebody stopped over in turn number 4 on the entrance of the racetrack. It's over there stopped.
I'm in here testing right now.
Ah, okay. Well, Ron's in here playing with his stuff.
Can't see me, but I'm here.
Good. Well, he's out here. He's playing. He's productive. He's seeing what he's doing. He's helped me do some calls of stuff and a flag. I believe the 9th one of the afternoon now. Lap number 127. 125 laps to go. Stay with us. We'll be here for the conclusion of the Lernerville 150 live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. All right, lights are out, trucks are doubled up. We have James Grace and Taylor Frost in the front row as those two drivers have been duking it out all day long. As the green flag back in the air now with 128 laps complete. 22 laps remaining. Taylor Frost leading over James Grace. Dan Worthington's good afternoon continues in that number 3 is him now working to the low side of the 269 over in 3. Ryan Michael Brown, good day for him. The 134 running in 4th. Wes Wiggin, that's the final driver of the lead lap, but you take it. He got 5th. Josh Abbey out there 3 laps down to red number 5. He's soldiered on in. He rides position 6th. Kyle Pearson, Randall Caldwell, 47. There are 8 trucks that were on the rooster this afternoon. Call the rooster. Been watching Major League too much recently. Got to get that out of my brain. But Phil needed baseball this week. Was really having a hard time. So taking some baseball movies to kind of reset my soul and go back, if you will. So either way, rooster, not a roster, to rooster. Taylor Frost is the way of James Grace, Dan Worthington, our top 3 out of turn number 4 now with it's like 18 laps remaining, and Taylor is out to 2 car lengths of a second lead there. James has been cagey all afternoon, and now as we thought we had a race for the lead brewing.
Off the top of turns 1 and 2, I think.
That is.
Joshua Abe for him. 5. Okay. So
The 5 truck. Wes is good. Josh is around the 5 truck. He's had a struggle this afternoon. Is it Wes Wiggin? Oh, okay. They 88 started it. 5 got collected.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. Simultaneous berm hopping. Maybe that could be the new Olympic sport.
We went in the corner and I went to throw a slide job when I tried not to come up all the way, and they weren't there when I came up. I was like, huh.
I think that's what we just saw. Wes came in over the berm. He left, and Josh, I think, locked up the brakes and the same thing. So simultaneous berm hopping. New term here, the network. Yellow flag again. 120 laps remaining here live. Stay tuned. Conclusion of this one coming up next.
Moved up 2 spots. Bradley counted.
All right, Jack says it's time to go, and we got 16 laps remaining, and I got some stuff for Jack to do when we're done with this one, as well as communicating with a buddy of ours over at TDR, Mr. Farrell. Got a race tonight. Got to get him set up on the new server, so I guess we'll take care of him afterward, but we got to get some business taken care of here this afternoon. The Lernerville 150, presented by Bladeno.com, and I think Sam's out there playing Raid Shadow Legends. Shameless plug. I think Sam is found a new addiction, better than some things. I'll leave Sam alone with that one. It's okay. We continue to race. Taylor Frost with a 0.3 of a second lead on James Grace. Full second back now. Not quite a full second. Mr. Worthington's hanging in that 3 truck. It is going to see Dan doing well. Guy who does a lot of work behind the scenes, an administrator. Moonlights as a driver now and again. The 3 truck having a really good run now as we approach 12 laps remaining. I don't know how much you race at Worthington, Ron, but it's a guy when he's out there, logs laps, practices, gets better and better. It's going to see a good buddy of ours up there, a top 3 in a place we normally don't see him on a nightly basis.
Yeah, I've watched the Worthington race over at NWR. He's been all pretty good over there. I don't know exactly where he's at in points right now, but usually I'll play him once or twice on the podium this season. A couple different series over there, so he's making it work.
Ron Piles, the voice of the NWRA, here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I believe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays been the freight he's been carrying. Been doing a hell of a job. Appreciate all the efforts he gives to us as our good buddy here at the network. Does a lot with us, and happy to have him aboard this afternoon to take us to the call the end of this one. Taylor Frost and James Grace is this track is used up. You look at these guys sliding around. Yeah, 134 cars around out of 4, so we're going to have another late race yellow flag in this one. 140 laps now complete. 134 has come to rest in turn number 4. Yellow flag on the speedway. Slow it on down again. 10 laps remaining. We will get there, I promise.
Yeah, he's high centered there off of 4.
High centered. Almost pit up on that wall, too. Little place, you got a wall here at Lernerville, so Ryan got up there, got a little bit loose, slid it around, slowed it on down. We'll do the hokey pokey. We'll turn it around. Live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. He just go get her done.
Sure
Jack
did.
just gave us a get her done.
He
Jack,
sure
Jack,
did.
yeah, we're good.
Get her
Jack, get her
done.
done. Bill's doing the hokey pokey. Todd's off somewhere doing the chicken dance. We're gonna do a decadent dance, so we're gonna do some racing now with we got 5 laps remaining, 5 to go. Taylor Frost, James Grace, Dan Worthington, Ryan Michael Brown, Wes Wiggin now running 4th and 5th. There's only 3 lonely trucks in the lead lap. Dan may be in a good position to get a podium. Because when you only got 3 on there, all you can do is not screw up. You know some guys screwed up here late in the blade note race. Not going to mention no names, Eric Tupper. If you're out there watching, I know Ron will have to tell him, hey, we talked about him. He won't want to know why. If you remember, he screwed up a race in a 2-lap lead here at a blade note event. So let's see if Taylor Frost doesn't give this one away. Him and Grace have had a good battle all afternoon as we exit number 4. We've got three laps remaining, 148. We're on the circuit now as a 14-2 out of turn number 2. Down the back chute, James Grace will fall back in line. 3 car legs and through 3 and 4. We're going to get 2 sticks down, 2 more trips around. The 410 Smile for 14-2, looking to pick up a very popular win. I think he's become I believe the favorite of Mr. Jack. 14-2. Taylor Frost, a good kid. And he's doing a great job this afternoon around the 410 Smile with the majority of all these laps. And he is in turns number 3 and 4 with 1 trip remaining. One more time around. Separate Taylor Frost and 50 iRacing credits. Go a whole lot of long ways nowadays as he is off of turn number 2. He's got James Grace 3 car lengths in tow, and we are in the west end for the final time. Grace gonna drive it deep into 3 and 4, wash up the hill. It's not gonna be had. Taylor Frost gonna win the Lernerville 150 over James Grace. Dan Worthington will grab 3rd. Ryan Michael Brown, Wes Wiggin, Josh Abbey, Kyle Pearson, Randall Caldwell finish up our 8 trucks this afternoon. The big winner is Taylor Frost, and we will talk to him next live on the post-race show. We're going to head over to Blade Note Team Speak. We'll talk about top 3 next. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network and the post-race show for BladeNode.com. 150 at Lernerville, of course, presented by our friends right here at BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds, web hosting, VPS servers, dedicated servers. They do it all. Check them out today by visiting BladeNode.com. Promo code BLADE10 will get you 10% off. And tell them that we sent you here for Full Velocity. They will certainly appreciate that. As a great event this afternoon, 150 laps. The winner is Taylor Frost over James Grace. And our third place finisher is, good to see the name, Daniel Worthington, popping onto the podium with a 3-truck. Dan, terrific day for you, a top 3 run. That was quite the unique challenge there, dude. Tell us about your journey, 150 circuits here at Lernerville.
Yeah, it was definitely different. Definitely different. She was a handful. It was fun.
Looked like a lot of fun. You guys are rim riding around, trying to hold on. And I tell you what, I don't know if you had anything for Taylor, but I think for James, you guys in the last 30 laps had some good racing. Once you got close to him, you guys really put on one heck of a show. Anything you think you did differently to maybe race up to second? I think you two were pretty equal there toward the end.
Yeah, flirt with that edge more. Man, he had that thing just sticking. I was afraid to go over, but yeah, he was pretty good riding that edge there.
For guys that normally race around in tracks that have walls to catch you, that's going to be a whole different animal in itself. Do it in the heavy truck. That's quite the challenge there, Dan. Terrific job by you. A third-place run. I'll give you the mic here one more time this afternoon. Let you give a shout to whoever's out there watching, friends, family, crew, sponsors, whoever. The floor is all yours there, buddy. It's cool to have you out here in the post-race.
Yeah, appreciate it. I want to thank the whole gang that put this on. It was fun. You guys for broadcasting. My team, DTJ, Dirt Track Junkies, Big Man Tubbs at Charlie at Milder Media and Design, and woman, the wife there to let me do this. It was
Hell
fun.
yeah. On a Sunday afternoon at that, too. Dan Worthington, $20 tonight. Racing credits goes to the driver of car number 3, truck number 3. Dan Worthington bringing home third this afternoon. Great job by him. We'll let him go and celebrate and do whatever he's got to do on a Sunday afternoon. And we will walk down here and we'll talk to today's second place finisher, an old friend with the 269, Mr. James Grace, back here on the network. James, it is good to see you out here racing and doing well. A second place run. This was quite the challenge there, buddy. Tell us about your run for 150 laps around.
Hey, how you doing, Jack? Oh, man, that was a lot of fun, dude. Phil, and it was a lot of laps, man. I run dirt a lot, but not that many laps on dirt, and I was getting tired there towards the end. The truck was definitely good. I was a little bit off on my gear, so it was trying to spin the tires a little more than I wanted it to. But other than that, man, it was a good race. It was a lot of fun.
I'll tell you what, the physical endurance of 150 laps here in these heavy trucks is one thing. To do it on a racetrack that has no walls to catch you, really has to keep your focus kind of laser sharp. How much of a challenge is that to do for 150 laps? I can't imagine for guys like us that, do these short bursts of features, this is going to be a whole different animal.
Oh yeah, it definitely puts a toll on your body. By the end of it, I was getting a little bit of motion sickness. No wall makes it a little bit more difficult, as you probably saw at the beginning of the race. I looped it off the track a couple times. But, it's a fun track. I like this track. It's just you got to be willing to push that limit and hold it there, and that's how it goes here.
We are all about pushing limits and boundaries here on Full Velocity. James did a hell of a job, a second-place run. Good to talk to you again there, buddy. Hope all is well. Take the mic from me one more time. Give a shout-out to the great people out there supporting you or maybe watching you out there race this afternoon here on Full Velocity.
Yeah, just a quick shout-out to my sponsors. I got Apex subsidiary, Speedy's Tire Prep and Setup Professionals. Thanks for Blade Note for putting this on, and a shout out to my friend Renee and my grandmother Susan.
Love it. Good dude right here. Been a while we talked to him. Good to see James Grace back here live with the Full Velocity Racing Network, a second place run for the 269. We'll hopefully catch up with James here soon. Let him go on this Sunday afternoon, and we will walk down here into BladeNode.com Victory Lane. Finally, I get to come down here to the winner's circle and see the name of Taylor Frost, the number 14-2, climbing out. Taylor, terrific job. Congratulations, 150 laps, and you led almost all of them. Tell us how you're feeling after picking up a big W this afternoon.
I feel pretty tired. That was a pretty long race. I think my old truck was going away right there at the end, but we was able to hold on to it.
Tell you what, I watch you guys. I watch a lot of you with the street stocks do 60, 70 lap main events, sometimes 100. Now to come out here to Lernerville is one trick. 150 laps in a truck is going to be a whole different animal. And you feel a little tired after this one? You ready to do 150 more? What are you thinking after this one?
Now, I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break. The truck in itself on dirt's a handful, and 150 laps, that's a long ways in this thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, a little bit of a burst of an afternoon, a little bit of wear and tear, but $50 in iRacing credits. Taylor, what are you going to do with $50 in iRacing credits? What don't we own yet that we want to go play with?
I think I'm going to buy the sprint cars, maybe there's a couple tracks that I still have yet to get that I've been looking at, so that's probably what I'll do with it.
Hell yeah, like that right there. It's a gift this afternoon, $50 he earns the prize. Taylor finally into winner view in the unit victory lane. I give you the mic here one more time. Let you give a shout out to whoever they're watching. You have a big following that follows you every night on the air. So take the floor away, give them a shout, and anybody else out there responsible for helping you get fast. And cool to see you develop, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I first and foremost got to thank my wife and my daughter for putting up with me doing this all the time, and need to thank my mom and dad for always watching the live streams, and got to thank all the guys at over at Dirt Track Junkies for working on setups and whatnot. And I need to thank Charlie Milder with Milder Median Designs for these sweet looking hot rods, and I need to thank Sam and Blade Note for putting this race on, and you guys for doing this broadcast.
We appreciate that. He's a good dude. A lot of talent behind the wheel. And the DTJ guys in the house celebrating. Big winner this afternoon, Taylor Frost.
I told you he'd win.
He did. He picked it a win. He picks you every night. So finally, Jack pays off. Taylor's back in victory lane. He does it at Lernerville. Taylor, congratulations, buddy. Let's do this again soon.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. There you got it. There he is, folks. Today's big winner. Thank him. Thank the DTJ guys. They've been in the house. Mr. Lassiter is out there. Travis is out there. Great dudes. Love these DTJ guys. They're going to do it for us here live in Lernerville. Thanks to Sam and the group at BladeNote.com. Thanks to Jack Schuin for his help. For Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, Jeff Brown, Charlie Milderman, and Phil Lacasse. Have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll see you back here live tomorrow night on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Good afternoon, everybody.